Aya, auntie. We just see a cancer. Oh, okay. Guy. Where is the guy? New York for the any hour. Bring the umbrella here. Thank you.
Jnana Nana Chachudas. Yeah. Some boy. Nana Ayebiafo. Chachudas. By the transformation leader, founder, life coach. Have a seat.
Good morning. Folks, please rise as we say our universal prayer. Okay, we've posted the prayer in the group, so if you have your phones, you can pull it out and we'll say it together. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. Thou art Sachit Ananda, existence, consciousness, and absolute bliss. Thou art the indweller of all beings. Grant us the inner and strength, balance,
anger and jealousy. Fill our hearts with divine mercy. Let us behold thee on thy holy things. Let us serve thee in peaceful things. Let us ever remember thee. Let us sing thy glories. Let thy name be ever honored. Let us abide in thee forever and ever.
Amen.
Let us have a seat. Transformations. Ɛda Onyankopɔn ase mpɛmpɛ nso ɔde aduri sɛ ɛnɛ yɛyɛ ahoboa bɛyɛ sɛ bosome ne nna kakra ni sɛ yɛbɛhyia yɛn Father yɛde de hyɛ nne no na Nyame adom yɛn nyinaa ba bɛhyia mu asomdwee da obi biara ase nti no yɛ Father abanti no program na ne asate nti ma ɔbaeɛ no yɛmu nyinaa ase ɔmam nam kwa so Nyankopɔn nyɛ obi ataataa fa no bɛduru ne asomdwee.
Transformations. Good morning, everyone. Me I'm here from Elsie. Me am humble secretary. Pamucho me introduce our executives. Amamo. Jnana Yanumu platform 51. Me pamucho your relentless executive chairman, Mr. Nimo. Mr. Nimo Pacho. Your vice chairman, Mr. Bright Answer. Your tireless organizer, Nana Himman, Sister Irene. Me pamucho another smart, humbled executive. I'll carry your home. My father said me you have a market. Brother Kevin, your treasurer. Pamucho Elsie, Madam Wasi.
Transformations. But your assembly, introduce executives name no more. So the secretary in the car, covering many chairman move 51. Now, your shirt from the tea, but you will be to see her. Say it to Rosu Mona. The partial meme left, meme right, a yet Auntie Anita. Transformation Queen Bada. Mera, platform 40, third person. Kevin, you need that on the partial, they will share white. Young man, nice young man. What the year? Global advisor, Mr. Ofori, or self-report, sorry, or self-report. Sabbatic, young man, self-report. The partial, Naya Baha. A young man to share glasses. Also, on the year, or a Council of Elders, Global Council of Elders, Mr. Ofori. The partial, a Prince, Honor, or a IT. Prince, Honor, a cameraman, social media, here will be whatever money in our person. In James Emre, a year, and the program, no. In your space, say you will pay, you will be I introduce to you Nana Ayebiafo, Jnana Chachuda. Some boy, Nana Ayebiafo. And now you know about you must hear and Boswahili and said, Yahoo, my power, and we are bravo, Ghana, baby, Antino, Nana Ayebiafo, the Tartan back, what can and Nana Ayebiafo, Becano, Tilumuna, says Yahweh. Nana Ayebiafo, Jnana Chachudas. Thank you.
Transformations. Transformations.
We transform ourselves to transform people.
Thank you very much. You better yanko Francis headness or what you mean free. Baby, I wanna know the true. Mukruma and Yoka. Ye be drew and ran around 8 something. Yeah. Na Mada me host. Munina, but this will say any auntie. Bribia no me I know I take so much from them, their time. When said Mukrum have more time sit here. Driving all the way from Maryland, they call Ohio, 7 hours in and out. They have to be with me. You ever hassle? They're about 3 to 4 hours. It means that all throughout the period in Jnana, no more time. They get everything to me, so I do appreciate. So I'm so saying, thank you very much. And I feel so a year the Continental Executives for the USA platform. My chairperson, the Kwame Kessini, and penny for my charity, and I'm phone in hand. But Dobia has to say, organize something like that. And then, a net program, a year platform 51 organizes an paying for executives in hand, but Dobia has it. I'm saying, baby, and I want to get too far from here, 70 minutes away. But because now I'm a chief, you know, a lot of my people are here. Domestic people, a lot of them. So last night, when I was in the hotel, most of them have to come over. They didn't come. I said, "Come call more but now time will call." And no pay so. Some of you say, "Me a voice note to be to a platform." So say, "Cecilia, a very complete data for all transformation members." I just said, henceforth, no say, "Be your forecasting power." In here, say, "Enka so be and send any details be a my bill." So time in your son, maybe within a week, Obia being on the forecast. The way I tell you, say, a mistake, no, your stars back, if any zodiac sign, you're back 12. And each zodiac sign is divided into 8. So 8 times 12. Talking about like 90 something, right? 96. It means that you were 96 different stars. And at times, you know, each star for me maybe 25 pages, 30 pages, like that. So, and yet you might get but who we are. You're saying send them individuals, you know, it takes 3, 4, 5 months now in me. So now with the data into your team, you categorize all the stars sitting in under the 96, you know. And just within a day or two, I can send to all the members and will be in the forecast. Because at times, there are information we will generate message here. But when you forecast, it be a mansion. So what do you do? You are not pay, and I SSM data team, you know, yeah, meeting be. So I was ready, but I have to wait for them because now some Zoom meeting be. Now I'm not sure because of China. And some post to link to all the platforms and so. Because if I say and confirm, you will have a date in power sending them and or your mistake. It is a way your mistake. Time and I was sending details for this year forecast now. You best send the link out of platform so. Until you follow link now, you can go to the site. Now what me will say a deal provide the you're okay. We did better you're okay. The who agree say, "Are okay?" I mean, say some information may be useful now. You send a forecast henceforth. So answer na say, "A be a issue be or more, you'll be able to rectify it." And now more, a bit more how man send it on WhatsApp number. It means that people will not have this information. And you know, and or China 5 p.m. Ghana time, you send information anyway. Now, do not who's okay. Every information is okay. For more, I need more number no. Now you take a day or 2 days, they are J or more details in regards to or more WhatsApp number no. And Obi also has been assigned to a special code. So our code should be a secret because Obi the person can go on the system to check your information. There is a World Bank and our World password and OBP. You must keep it secret. And it's, you know, like I said, henceforth, it's very easy for me and easy for you. The anything and late kakra. Yes, I can tell me that because around 3-4 I was awake. I was done with my prayers. And then no friend in terms said that the view is okay. I have to have this meeting because it's important. Anything I delay kakra. Nti yedanyame asese for data ne ade be ne ha me pa. Like all this while every year executives have to sit down and be creating codes and all that, and it's so troublesome. So with what we've been able to achieve, about executives no problem during the time I hear forecast, akofom. And I feel so. I members and I'm waiting me at nice why you're anxious. You are waiting for your forecast. If you grab take a decision, you don't know what to do within the year. So within say a week or two, no, will be a bit me and the forecast. Not more the assembly at the Abba. So anything that you deal like and you won't find change say you deal like. And then coming back to the program, no, like I've been saying all the time, since here transformation is growing, yes, you know. Some people felt that maybe without them transformation will not. But trust me, you don't have any idea what is behind this group. You wouldn't know. And you don't have to know. Have you ever taken your time to look into our logo to see what is there? You wouldn't understand. This is a mystical organization. It's a great organization. Even me, even in my absence, transformation will still go on. Somebody will replace me, no matter what. I'm telling you. If tomorrow Jnana is dead and gone, you think transformation is going to collapse? No. There are people ready. And we are calling the whole world. Say, come and join this group. It is not a sectarian organization. We don't mind if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, an atheist, or you're a Buddhist, Hare Krishna. It doesn't matter. This is an organization that will help you to understand who you are. It is so important. Most of us, we don't even know who we are. We don't. So if you don't know who you are, how do you guide yourself in life? So it is a great organization, and we expect that all of you should talk to people about it. Yes, the side issue of the mystical things, the spiritual things is important, but to me, the most important thing is the information and the knowledge we gather from transformation that guides us. Don't forget that upon all the wealth and everything in this world that we accumulate, one day we have to die and leave everything. But we will go to our next destination with our deeds. So transformation helps you, guides you to manage your deeds so that after everything, you have a better place to go. So we are very grateful for all the pioneers, because when we started, we had so many people. They are still with us. Only few of us might not be with us, as in, say, Omoya executives and ABB. They are still in the group, but they might not be executives anymore, but they are still supporting us. But what I want to say is that not even me, Jnana, will be able to stop transformations. Because it has been ordained. My spiritual master purposely told me, sir, you should do something like this. When I told him, say, I was a monk, and I have this my seal, and I have a long hair. So I said, Guru Maharaj, because of what I do, keeping my identity like this, people might not understand. They might criticize you and say bad things about you, and they will have some kind of repercussion. So what do? He told me remove it. So I remember, when was that? I think it was December, before my birthday. When I was removing it, I was like, how do I remove it? Because I kept it for years. More than 17 to 20 something years I've been giving this. So I have to take some machine and remove it myself. I kept the hair somewhere. So he told me, yes, because you have to go to the outside world to meet people, present yourself like this so that people can appreciate you in the first place. For them to even have time to listen to you. So transformation is even beyond me. So we're praying that all of you should bring your friends on board. They can continue to be Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, Hare Krishna. They can continue to be doing anything and still join us. Trust me, if you be sincere, since you join transformation, if I tell you to tell me things that, apart from the oil and the soap, I'm talking about the teachings. There are a lot of things. I know many of you will say, oh, since I joined, before me, understanding about life, things have changed. And this is what I want. Okay? So with the side issue, I say, there will be here problem, there will be here solutions be to problems be. All those things are so important. But the most important is one person as a person, no, what are you taking from transformation? So Chinebino say Yankopon Floss what time as free Hana Baby what will be your bekan? Say Obasa so no on TIC no one more to 2 years senate. So Madam as like I said before, Madam Munasi say all the time when I come here, you receive me nicely, I feel happy. I mean, everybody. I always say I'm enough time. Meet me. I try and all the state thing now, but that is not possible. Yesterday when we were coming, the members were calling Auntie Annie. Then why Papa is not coming to this state? Why Papa is not coming to that state? I say yes. Even Ghana, na me one say Obi be so home here. Guess who free by no background. Ghana na me too. I go to Sunyane because of this chieftaincy something. But so people so home is here. I say no, I didn't come to go and work. Go to home here, my office. So coming here, no, mean to me all the states. Most states in the dorsal, a hassle. So I might not be able to visit everybody, but at least you're by Maryland, but you're high on your bar. So members who really want to see me, meet me, you know, I think that it shouldn't be so difficult. Yeah, I mean, some more time, no more find the address because of my Juma. But at least I've been here. Getting to 3 weeks, and I've spoken with so many people that I'm happy to say Minyasa a chance. Even though you be an met me and ya time at the Amano. See, and then your Chennai members of Mbabahano. I remember my young son, what they knew Hunumu. Now, yet me, I go into your life to see what is troubling you and what you want to know. And then, is there anything I bit to me? I support her. Then we will do that to support you. So today I wouldn't like to talk too much because my mom chance can create now some more questions. Our question be a general question and your personality or personality be a take your time. You be one-on-one. When you meet me, we can discuss your personal issues. Or what is some music as no maybe your person only me discuss, and after this gathering, the executives or the organizers will give me a place to sit. You come and see me and then we can have that discussion. Maybe our question be about why doing all this why you want to find out. Maybe I dear Maka and I be what you baby. This is the time. Remember, maybe 3 people will ask the question and answer, and I understand. The time was wrong. Now, Matuna said, then the members that want to see me one-on-one, we will have that privilege. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Transformation.
We transform ourselves, we transform people.
Family said your daddy can, you know, question and answer time. Into 3 at a time. To your best say, wow, person ubisa, hintasem, bibia, was he who yen and I used to na one page on sana, media bro, na, or beside papa, na, one no so am I in interest, with a massive.
Madam.
Transformations.
Transform ourselves, transform people.
And you know, senior, any abandoned can refer me or self from the global advisor. Some of them answer, they say, we can create just 2 minutes because of time, sir. And any kind of Madam Winamasi say, Moyasa, train, whom I'm waiting a train. Now, train I'm watching also. No, Mr. Mobo say, I did be obeyed Biano when you're meeting a bay yaman.
Amen.
Now, I can't be on the wall, and the man, and he said, my prepare wiki to a the friend said, many are called. Many are called. You don't know any afraid. And so, craving, yes, you're selecting. Many are called, but few are chosen. I didn't know if who said, yeah, transformation for. And so, the queen can transfer. The way Bisa said, I didn't know, said, Nipa. Attitude be wo we are here, yen dance with yen by your was so your night will be here. So, the dear me Bobby said, Amy Obama, or them back home. They call Ayebiafo, or them back home, and I go for former President Mama, Fancy Mandela, news and perform. Yen I Nipa, I didn't know more them back home. And if I said many are called, by few are chosen. Hey, then I know ye transformation for. She said, Yakupon so years from come. I'm a butayebi, I'm my yen. say yes, so you made the BB it no. I say then I say, so many are called, no, yes, so no. Maybe many have been called, but we are also being chosen to be as the transformation members. Now, I can't question, yeah, Papa Karen, was he, the Pabiano, answer about Suminam, and so would the Sue away and say what in Suminam. Yen can who at the Siantia Yahu, and near ma, Yenima Yako, to be as a transformation members. It no, I see in Ayebiafo say ye transformation members. It no men can't encourage them. Medal BBS. Na yenya gidi mu say yen so no Yakopon ayi yen stronko e wo wiase. Enti aha ene e maye a yehie anas obi o transformation member bia no o ma na ni say nyame ayi no stronko na yen so ye be ye nipa stronko e wo nipa. Eta mo nyina mo ase.
Thank you.
You know, any animal for you. The time the Miss Mayan in terms of if any answer questions. Now, a brave, you know, if you say you will be a membership for a queer joining, and if it's a minimum and TSC, Papa. You say, you know, the transformation, but NTSC, and I said, Sabe, you know, the Pacific, you know, I didn't call you Sukakra. And he said, because there was a time be Prabu ni brown half for shy. And Aquaba could di in your back no di adansi, no casse or try so turn the truck, no tipper truck. Or try 2 years. Ubia in Busan and the walk. Into Bibusa, Prabu said, Nadia Necosa or Crophobi be Breton, Mocas and Crofo to Toto, no quantidiano. Or the COSA will be into 2 years. And Jnana Busan said, color ben or their tro, sir, and Troyana for sale sign or color ben or their tro, and also what the tro or the black. And all cast one changing on the red, and Nibusumi, Yatokana. The American listener say, and there may be why, Yana Imubi, these are colors of the day. Color the Enka, Fabi Homenka, no one's address now. I show Pawana, Unamu baby. And so, say a hunky up. Uduana, Ibikitiki with him, not Nabra by a bassa. And I must say, sorry, the Yamias say, in our B organization say, a chance to say, ye maybe not Ubi, may be stray. Say, ye and I be honest, I even say. And Emma watch then, Ubo on your member, and so now Utechina, Utieti, Umoa, after Benmo was a feed my joint. Watch then, you may be brave. Mumina in a Yamiasi, said in Yamiaman Quina, Yenso, Yabishiano, not watch then, you may be brave. At the Muninasi, and you said, let's see a mini or say Kayano, and maybe free Hanana will be a problem or by a Yamia Darman, no one say, a Quanya Biama, at the Yamiasi.
Question and answers time. Papicho, when I walk question, Mukai Kai, that's it.
Question back. 2 weeks ago, back actually, one year done for me, wife for me, or any crew year done for now. Them and free or new heavy. And you know. That you see me to say, man is seeing Waha. And probably question this say, Ubu is seeing Waha, at Ubu in our way, never be brought in, of course, in a view. Ubu who are not yet the Nukogana Cusino. Ubu also who are not yet seeing her. The Mikusi Mihoni said, so free Ghana, and I see Krubia Ufisuno, who are honest, see one answer is you as a divorce, as I see ancient food. I say, if we are gonna need when see her, it will repercussions be an and I say to see you Ghana. Question.
I'm a child.
Actually, your tone, China, no, actually, look at that.
Sometimes we translate the UNHCR.
I know, we will try to mix the two.
Okay, Daddy will mix it. Question and answer.
Back.
Bacho, where the question could come up with said Christopher GD say ye be wound heaven. Now, the same said, and was I said, Assasia, so was he heading in the tragedy and you were having Haya, and I said, you are the Sako heaven, baby.
Transformation. The first question here, they said that it define it, say, sin. So it has a sinner. Then there's sin only. And the second one is success. Sin by the year, there's no nutrition in the background. And the third question here, with the colors of the week and the day. Say, like the dress code. You see, it's just again the same thing, the coach man, and also how we want.
First read.
Thank you. So the first question had to do with the fact that Mr. Fred wanted to find out that some people after death, their bodies are sent to the various places to be buried, and others choose to be buried over here. So is it so important? The truth of the matter is we need to understand that our personality is 3 in 1. We have the gross self, the subtle self, and then the spiritual self. The gross self consists of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These 5 elements makes up this gross body. This is gross. I can see you, I can touch you, I can feel you, because it's made up of 5 gross elements. But when we find ourselves in slumber, when we are sleeping, most often we have dreams. We see ourselves in dreams. But those bodies that manifest through dreams are not made up of these same 5 elements, but made up of 3 elements. That is mind, intelligence, and false ego. So these elements are subtle, even though they are material, but they are subtle. And then our real self is a spiritual self that is within the subtle body. So when someone dies, this body is just a cloth. So just after death, this body is of no much importance. So there's no need wasting money and time on this body. In fact, it has become so important for us to be taking care of this body because most of us identify ourselves to be this body. And that identification is the problem that we have. It is the obstacle that is not giving us that spiritual authority over ourselves. This body gives us limitations. So the more attached we become to this body, the more we become so bondage to this our world. Don't forget, we are not material beings aspiring for spiritual practices, but we are spiritual beings dwelling in material world. So just after death, this body is useless. Don't waste time here. Don't waste time on this body. So it doesn't matter where you are buried. Where you are buried does not determine where you will go. Where you will go is determined by your activities when you are alive. Okay? But some of us, at times, we want to remember that, okay, my father was buried here, my mom was buried there. So we keep things just to remind ourselves. But the truth of the matter is that we don't have to waste time on dead bodies. To be honest with you, I suggest that when somebody passes, the best thing to do is to cremate the body. Because cremation is the best form of disposing of dead bodies. Because see, the soul is so much attached to this body. So when the body is there, the soul thinks that I'll still be able to carry this body. So the longer the body is kept in the mortuary and all these places, the longer that souls find itself here and surface. So if you ask me, Mr. Fori, I would say that it doesn't matter where you're buried. The most important thing is your deeds, your activities when you are alive. But some cultural beliefs states that, okay, the body must be brought home, they have to perform some rituals and all that. That's okay. But to be honest with you, the longer you keep the body, the longer you punish the soul. Because the soul will still be thinking that, okay, that's my body, I'll be able to carry it. And the longer the soul stays here, then the longer its problems persist. Because the point is that we have only 13 days to live here when we die. You must leave this realm within 13 days. So if the body is there and the soul is still attached to the body, it makes it difficult for the soul to continue to where it's supposed to go. So now, for instance, somebody has to be sent to Ghana. The person has to be sent to the hospital, to the mortuary, to be dressed the body. So all this process will take like weeks. So that's not someone dies. Within 3 days maximum, you should go and bury the person, cremate the body, and that's the best form of disposing of dead body. Thank you, sir. You see the way the Muslim dies there? Within 12 hours, 24 hours, the body is buried. It's the best. But better than that is, within that period, the body must be cremated. And when the body is cremated, the ashes of the person is thrown into the river. That ends everything. See, the point is that the attachment to this material world is the cause of our bondage. So when someone dies, as spiritual people, we want to break that attachment. How do you break the attachment? The source of all attachment is this body. You love your wife, you love your kids, you love your properties, because all those things generated from this body. As soon as this body is cremated, no attachment again. As far as the body is there, the soul will be attached to the wife, to the kids, and all that. And we keep on keeping the souls here, they keep on suffering. If you have the eye to see departed souls when they are still hanging around, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So you want to prepare a nice funeral for your mom, so you keep the body in the mortuary for a long time. You want people to talk good about you. Trust me, you are not doing your mother any good. You are just punishing her. She'll be hanging around, moving around, thinking that I'll be able to carry my body. You think she's there. She feels that, no, I'll be able to take the body. And as long as they stay here, they can't eat, they can't rest, even though they feel all these things. No food. Your mom is there. You think you are doing something better. But trust me, you are just punishing her. The best thing that as soon as possible, dispose of that body, better way, cremate. I think here, a lot of people are cremated, right? It's not like Ghana, everybody is buried here, because we went to the cemetery yesterday and I was told that a lot of people were cremated. It's the best way of, wasting all these lands, and so economically it's not the best way of burying people. Spiritually, it is not the best thing, it's not good. If you go to India, let me tell you one thing, even the Muslims, they'll put you in the coffin. If you go to India, as soon as someone dies, maximum 4 hours, the person is put on a stretch. They send to the river Ganges, they cremate the body. Within 4 hours, the body is cremated. And even for them, they don't even have this advanced form of cremation. They will use firewood and cremate the body. They don't put in the coffin. They dress you with some tilak or gallant on a stretcher. They send you. So, please, you don't have to waste so much time on that body. The most important factor here is the soul. Let us put more focus on the soul. Till the American say, Obi Wua, and family by the ABC Nipa. And family. The Hian say Nipa no cry hen echo. Now, the more you keep putting the body in the same way, not yet punishes our soul. So, what do be not say Nipa Wua? Men waste so much time. At times, you know, I am an Immunian people here painting. The person focus any man who are in a year, the papa who are in a year, you waste so much time, so much money. But the truth is that, oh, punish, oh, my man, I want you to win a year. Oh, punish. So let us understand this fact, because this is the fact of life, and it's the best thing to offer a bit to me on board. The second question here.
The same question.
Sure.
On the same topic, Sibia will be a wuna, emphasis woman, you can wuna, young primitive woman, or proper, woman, people. To see, you come over here, will be a coffee, we don't pay no the junior. The background work will now corner say will be before don't be the career rituals there, and also doesn't affect you.
You see, when someone dies, the soul lives. Yes, the body can be used for a lot of negative rituals. We call it tantric rituals. A lot of bad things. But it doesn't have any effect on the person. Trust me, just after death, the connection is broken, and the person is not connected to the body, but only the attachment. The attachment is like when someone slaps you, you can decide to feel the pain or not to feel the pain. Yeah? It's a matter of understanding. There are people you slap them. When people are fighting in the ring, there are people, there will be blood oozing, but they are still fighting. They have tuned up their mind that, no, I'm not feeling any pain, I can beat this guy. And somebody just hit him this morning, he just lie down there and he say, I'm not standing up again. So it's a matter of the mind. So the mind is very powerful. So the attachment is there. Even though the body is rotten, but the soul is thinking that I'll still be able to carry the body. So the best thing is that cremate the body is the best thing to help the person's soul. The second question here is heaven. Is there heaven? I should just try to make things right here. Yeah, this is not the first time somebody is asking me this, but I think it's a very, very important question. We have two different kind of heavens. I want you to understand. We have heavenly condition and heaven planet. Okay? Heavenly condition and heaven planet. So you can experience heavenly condition even on earth. But there is a place allocated as heaven. So, do we have to stay here, live here, make things right because this is our heaven? I will tell you that anything we have here has been given to us by God. It is our responsibility to take care of all the things we possess here. If we don't protect this our earth, if we don't maintain it properly, trust me, God will not give us any heaven. You see, it is the hard truth. I believe, and it's a reality, that all of us on this planet will die one day. And after death, there will be a destination. We have 3 destinations. Sinful people will go to hell. Righteous people will go to heaven. Perfect people will go to the kingdom of God. This is the reality. But how you deal with the things that have been given to you by nature will determine where you go. So we can't decide to stay here, abuse our environment, abuse all the river bodies, treat trees anyhow, treat other living beings anyhow, and expect that God is going to give us any heaven. You can be a very good Christian, a very good Muslim, a very good Hindu, a very good Hare Krishna. If you don't take good care of the environment, trust me, God will not give you any heaven. Let me ask you a question. In the Bible, there's a story that Adam and Eve committed a sin against God. After God has given them a beautiful garden, everything was there. What did God do? He sacked them from the garden. Did God give them any heaven? You abuse the garden, you abuse it, so go out. So you cannot abuse our earth and expect that God is going to give you any heaven. So in the first place, we must take care of what has been given to us by nature. Protect it, make it good. So when we die and we are very sinful, we can go to hell. When we are righteous, we go to heaven. And when we are pure, we go to the kingdom of God. So this cannot be our heaven. This is the earth. It is a planet that has been given to us. But as far as we live, we have to make good use of it. But after death, our deeds will determine where we will go. Okay? I know that the Jehovah's Witness say that our earth is not going to be destroyed. In a sense, it's a fact. Because we have a certain number of years before the creation of God comes to an end. So we have partial destruction, we have complete destruction, we have total destruction. What happened during the time of Noah was a partial destruction. God destroyed the living beings on the planet, but the earth was not destroyed. When it comes to the total destruction, all the lower planets, everything will be destroyed. But when it comes to the complete destruction, everything God has created right from the heavens down to the hellish planet, everything will be destroyed. Don't forget, heaven was created. Hell was created. And anything that has beginning must have an end. So during the complete destruction, everything that God has created, everything will come to an end. But until that time, we go through partial destruction, we go through total destruction before the final judgment or the final complete destruction. So this is our earth. At the end of this generation, it is said that this our earth is going to last for 432,000 years. This current creation, it has been last less than 6,000 years. So we have something like 426,000 years before this our earth will come to an end. But still, the earth is not going to be destroyed. Only the bad things on the earth will be destroyed. Okay? At the end of this generation. But one day, the whole earth will be destroyed because it was created. So heaven is there, but we have heavenly condition and heaven planet. There's a planet where the angels, the demigods, the apsaras, and those higher beings, that's where they live. And these places are called heaven. So heaven can be here. For instance, somebody have never ever experienced any difficulty in their life. They live, enjoy, no problem. So you can tell these people are going through heavenly condition. And there are people on this earth, they are going through hellish condition. Right from childhood, they have never smiled in their life. Every time difficulties. Go to Africa, some places, and see how people go through hell. As how you go to the villages and you see the kids, 2-3 years, they will be playing in the sand naked, wearing nothing. So if you have kids and you know how you manage your kids in your house, and you see these kids playing like this, you begin to ask yourself, how is it possible that you leave your kids to be playing? At times, there might be some worms and germs and things, they will be doing things anyhow. But there's some people, that's their life. That is their life. Your kids in the morning, they'll tell you, Mommy, I don't want to eat this. And you have to beg them. There are some kids, the whole day, they will only eat when they return from school. They have to go to the farm to go and eat. You sleep in your room alone. Your kids, even 2-3 years, they have their own room. When they want to sleep, you carry them to their own bedroom. You go to places about 6 people live in one single room. No, see, it is a serious thing. Such people are going through hellish conditions, even though they are on earth. And if your lifestyle is not so good, you will die and then you will go to a real heaven, a real hell, where the punishment is beyond imagination. So my brother, heaven is there, but 2 heavens, heavenly condition and hellish heaven planet. We can experience heaven condition here, but we must first die before we can go to heaven, based on our deeds. Likewise, we have hellish condition here, and you have hellish planet. If your deeds are not so good, you would die, and now you go to hell. In fact, according to mysticism, we have 28 different kind of hellish planets. And each of these hellish planets have specific punishment for the individuals there. And the last place, if you want to go to the kingdom of God, you must be a pure person. Then someone will ask me, can any human being be pure? Are you a Christian? Jesus said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So it means that purity is possible, even though it is not very easy. So yes, I believe in heaven, and as well as I believe is a reality. Number 3, what is sin? In fact, sin, it is very difficult to explain. Sin. You know why? Because there are many things we consider to be sin, but in the sight of God, it's not sin. So this is how I describe sin is anything that goes against the rules and regulations of God. Anything that goes against the rules and tenets of God is considered to be sin. It's a very broad topic. A very, very broad one. At times, you have to eat. Okay? You have to feed your wife. You have to feed your children. So as a father, or as a breadwinner of the home, you go out, work so hard, and then you go to the supermarket, buy things, and come and prepare for your kids to eat. You know you are doing your duty. But you know what? The goat or the cow also have their own setup. They have their children. They consider some of their children. They feed them. So before you are able to take care of your family, You have to go and destroy someone's family before you're able to do that. So to you, you are doing your duty as a father or a mother. But trust me, that your duty might have some signs of sin in there because you had to destroy someone's family before you're able to make your family happy. So sin is a broad topic. So this is how I describe it. Anything that goes against the rules and regulations of God is a sin. So now you have to go and look for what are the rules and the regulations of God. It's a very broad topic. So this is what I would say about that question. Then what is success? You ask me as a spiritual person, I will tell you success is understanding who you are, understanding nature, understanding that there is a creator behind nature, and the relationship between all these. Acts based on this understanding, and that is considered to be success. Success is self-realization, understanding who you are, and acting based on that understanding. It is not about getting money, building houses, and all that. No, these are just achievement. This is not success. Real success is understanding who you are. Because see, at the end of the day, you have to die and go. So if your so-called success is unable to facilitate you to go to a better destination, then what is the use of the success? You make it, you make everything right. You get everything, achieve, amass so much. But these things are unable to take you to a better destination. Don't forget that maximum 100 years you are dead and gone. So what is the use of that success? It doesn't mean that amassing wealth is not good. It is okay, it's an achievement. That will help you. But make sure that your priority in life is to become successful. Self-realization, understanding who you are, understanding nature, understand that there's a creator behind nature, and then the relationship. Act based on that, and then that is considered to be success. There are so many people, they don't have even a kobo. They don't have 1 penny. But trust me, they have so much knowledge to the point that when you sit down with them, they can impact you so much. So success can be described in many, many, many ways. But I say success is understanding who you are, understanding nature, understanding there's a creator behind nature, and the relationship among all these. That is considered to be success in the real sense of success. How to deal with colors? Okay, the colors of the day. I've been saying this all the time, that every country have their rules and regulations, their laws. Anytime when I'm coming here, you get to the airport, the immigration officers will ask you, why are you coming to the US? They want to know why. If you give them any stupid answer, they'll say, no, you are not allowed. Right? And even here, living here as a citizen, there are things you can't do. You can't run through the red lights. There are many things you can't do. So it means that the state, they have their own laws. Don't forget that the whole creation is the state of God and their rules. Some of the rules are so clear. Some of them are very subtle. So you must be able to identify the rules that are guiding the whole universe. So we have days, 7 days in a week. Each of the day has been assigned to a special angel to be in charge of. So the first day of the week we say Sunday, because that day is named after the angel of the sun. Sunday, the day of the sun. Then the second day is named after the angel of the moon, Chandra. So we say Moon's Day. The third day is for Mars, Tuesday. Wednesday for Mercury, like that. So you must find out what are the do's and don'ts of these personalities in charge of these days. So for instance, the first day of the week is Sunday. What are the do's and the don'ts when it comes to the sun god? There are many things, but now we are talking about colors. So there are special colors that this personality does not like. So on Sunday, if you wear those colors, it goes against the principles of that day. So it makes things a little bit difficult. See, if you want to swim in a river, and the river flows towards this direction, and you want to flow alongside, it becomes a little bit easier. Even if you don't know how to swim, because already the water is flowing in the direction, so it becomes easier. But if you start from this end, that you want to swim towards this direction, instead you are swimming against the current, no matter how expert a swimmer you are, it becomes very difficult. So when you wear a bad color of a day, it's like swimming against the current. Yes, you might be able to swim through it, but it's going to be difficult. Okay? So colors of the day is so important. And I know so many people that have been watching on social media that they've been following this and they know the efficacy. So your question is, for instance, you are say a police officer. So you have to wear black all the time. So what do? So I would recommend that if your undies can be the colors of the day, that would be the best. So for instance, you're a police officer, so you decide to buy all the colors for the day, maybe your singlet, your pint, so your socks, stuff. So you can wear these things, even though the outside one is probably a bad color. So if you are wearing black on a Friday, which is really bad, but you can decide to wear white on that, that will minimize the impact of that day. So this is not Jnana's law. This is the law of the universe. Colors have its own significance when it comes to our day-to-day existence. So try as much as possible to get the colors. So yes, you wear these colors under your dress before you wear the uniform on top. Thank you very much. So I've taken another 7 questions. Thank you.
Questions, please.
Good afternoon. Pastor Besemi who say, a brand and nipa itimi ewu cover. Because my two so much platform say, a be over 8 times, 3 times near the intimate Pastor. Dada, Besemi look time itimi cover.
Okay, thank you.
Pacha, will be one question.
The person who said reincarnation, have I been on this planet before or not?
Pacho, person may be said, I didn't say, be who are going to my neighbors and they be sat, the 3 million and more than a day no more day.
Yenya Nensa, Iriana. And say your last question here because your time is up.
Pacho, maybe say, you say your name and someone for Casana. To say, be a woman, you will know someone Diana say, you can talk to somebody medium to tell you about what she's saying and other things now. Is it real?
Okay. So just after this question, the answers to these questions, then we will wrap up with the program so that we can have enough time for all the members. I see a lot of people are coming, so we will start the one-on-one as soon as possible. The question: how many times do we reincarnate? Yeah, this is not the first time somebody's asking this question. How many times? Say, how many times did we walk over? Obedient to me, that number. Nobody's able to tell you how many times. You know why? Because you can reincarnate as many times as you want, and that will be dependent on your own deeds. We have 8,400,000 species of life. So what I mean is that, for instance, we have 1.1 different kind of trees. Okay, we have a number of birds. A number of aquatics, more and more consume. And we have all do what I see you can on the door. And I'm more beast ya way do. Ningina Kabomwa is 8 million. Then the human species is 400,000. Not 400 though. 400,000. So even on this our earth, we have the black people, we have the white people, we have the red Indians, we have so many colors here. And you have these pigeons, like Ajwa Smart, named Crawford, you want to know. And yeah, you. And yeah, there's I So we have so many. The angels are part. The archangels are part. The demigods are part. The Gandharvas, the Apsaras. Yeah, bako, 400,000. All these 400,000, the human species, the 8 million, the lower species, or crab and a team. So the soul in the body of the black man is not different from the soul in the white man. The soul in the body of the white man is not different from the soul in the body of those tiny, tiny, short personalities. As I will be a giant. Someone had to be. Who will be pop wash because they depend 9. Huge. I hope you have a better train, you know. Or when you now say you need the same soul. So, who free the human species in this way? The 8 million species now, most of your lower species, you know, and the same soul now being your. See, our body might look like the white people, but trust me, the color is completely different. That difference does not change the nature of the soul. Likewise, the body of the human being looks like the body of the chimpanzee, right? The way chimpanzee acts, and I'm going to say nipa. Some of them are kakasa omankai. I do almost to say nipa. So the soul in us is the same soul there. And if there's some of the chimpanzees, if they are well trained, they can act like human beings. Yeah, so they help. If you go to India, when they are doing building, they use the elephants. Or when your man on fan, no one of them will be also. I didn't wait through to say heavy stuff. The elephant will use the trunk, they will raise it up. Yes. So what I'm saying is that among the lower species, monkeys, and these are apes, chimpanzees, almost penny papa. It's like the human being. They do everything almost like human beings. But so is it because even among us the human beings, we don't speak the same language. There are people who are dumb. They are unable to talk. But make it sound noise. What do you want to you able to tell you what they are telling you. So are you telling me just because they can't talk, they don't have a soul? So the point here is, all the living beings, 8,400,000, no, are the same soul in the whole. Like you see me today with this suit, black. Tomorrow if you see me with Ntoma, say your program no but friend Ntoma, it's the same person. So I was going to machine cream of what I did, I'm the same person. Just say my outward appearance and they are different. So the living beings in all the 8,400,000, it is only the outward appearance and they are completely different. What is within here is the same. So okay in Bible, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 8, you will say, when the country will say, Abu Uwa Okofo. Na nipa de wu ane kra eden ekoso. Na wonnim se okra oti nipa mu no. Eno abi na ti abo mu. Na sia nipa de sia abo ane se be ma ye ni agi ye nyuma ho ana. Time one Nebuchadnezzar oye nipa no na ne so ye den. Na ye nipa so. Nyame dan na abo ane ne so ni be ya abo so la na. It is only the body that changed, but the same personality. So now coming to the question that you asked, how many times do you reincarnate? For you to occupy a human body, you might have gone through all the 8 million species before coming here. Ask yourself, why do you have the face you have today and I have this face? Ebi na me ma me kwan say me am choose me man can me choose say. Many some of us higher couple more kwan say why design your body or choose something else. Until why na ma kwan say any move na benya. If you have never ever been here before, what was the deciding factor for you to possess the kind of body you have today? Is this a Yankopon was unfair to you? Even the parents that gave birth to you, some of us, so who forced you to appear in that family? A bit of some of us, Yabusia, Bonnie Pia, Yapim Yabusia. Abusia, Yabiamo, Biobiankai. Ubekun, what ya will bring what ya woman or Bereno. No more to wait to what him. Okrana wakona be a corner. Won't even for bag more than 10. What for bag 9 up to your SS luggage? What to tell no more kuma because you're 4 dollars. Now, when you know that you're free of charge and only one. They do at them saying, Hunaka. But nobody cheat out and swing at the brabbing. See, I'm telling you, say, a Pusiani Bua and yet, and so when you're paying, so why they push you over here? Obaka say young Kupon. Because yes, I believe that. But is God partial? If God is not partial, what caused that for you to be appear in that family? No. The truth is that you appeared there because in your previous life, you perform activities that a very serious thing. It is really serious. Anything, and I won't be here to whatever we are doing now, we should never think that we will not have repercussions. Many are being that say, why did be a way and so be my somehow? I did be a way, and I am telling you, it is not believable, it is a reality. Whatever you are doing, there will be a repercussion to that. Anything, as many as you want. In fact, my spiritual master, or not only spiritual master can say, we must make sure that all our activities are centered around God, so that when we leave this planet, we are not forced to come back again. If you don't live in a way that will project you to the spiritual world, you will go and come. Even you can even occupy the body of an animal in your next life. See, this is scary. It is very scary. You might not know, but that is the truth. Aminka, example being shown. In our scripture, there was a king. This king was very powerful. So, in ancient times, when somebody is a king, not unya na obabiwua, at times they want to go and stay in the forest and do meditation. When their time is up, they will die and go. So this great king was in the forest. So one day he went to the sea, the riverside to go and take water. And who said, and there was a lion trying to catch the deer. Or try to watch and deer no upon or miscarried. But the banana, the lion fed on the mother and left the baby. So the baby was not dead. So this king now no call retirement in the forest or so when you love and now okofa deer no. To your tea deer na ma deer no be the way I'm open crama any cats as no. Yesterday we visited a member and a very big cat like that, black one, big one. And that's what the cat move the way I'll come be of course one of my friends now or no but so why are so close to this deer? So every day the deer will go to the forest, eats and return. Every day. So this king is still performing his tapasya, his meditation. So one day, this deer went out and never returned. So this king got so disturbed, he went out there looking for the deer everywhere because of attachment. So he was in the forest looking for the deer, thinking of the deer. Something happened and this king died. And it is in the scripture that whatever state you are at the point of death, that state you will attain without fail. So this man was a king in the previous life. But he died thinking of a deer. So when there was a time for him to reappear, he appeared as a deer. But this deer, because he remembers the past life, he was not an ordinary deer. He only moves around where spiritual people are. So when they eat, he will be feeding on the remnant. You will not see those who move. But be a deeper one corner when you just any human being. But in Crawford, we are spiritually advanced people. So like that, so the deer not only deer from a remnant like that, when the deer died, because the deer was feeding on spiritual people under their feet, he was lucky to come back as a human being. But this time around, he was able to remember all the past life. So don't him say, yes, I was a great king. Later I became a deer. Now I am back as a human being. I will make sure I don't come back again. So now the third time on I said, Dipano, he was acting like a madman. A giant TikTok guy, but any BBS say Jimmy for. You'll be able to do it Jimmy for. I'm going to Jimmy and what the names are. So there was one day, there was this king in a palanquin. So as they were moving, king who said, a giant, a great guy, TikTok guys. Now, when I penny ben or no, I said, Jimmy said, oh, so I'll bet me a swap in the money for me. So this guy, so-called Jimmy Ford, no Babayano Kukuru Palanquin. So as soon as the king sat in the palanquin, this guy was jumping like this. So this man was like, do you know the person I was sworn in there? When he said, I'm the king, the whole year are very uncomfortable. So he said, my dear king, yes, you are a great king and you have the right to live. And not just live, but to be carried in a palanquin. There are also some tiny living beings down here. They also have to live and I don't have to step on them. So I have to jump. So that's why the king noticed that this guy will be against what he for. Ordinary. So the king quickly came down, offered his obeisance to this so-called foolish man. And he became a disciple. So that's when this guy started narrating his story. That I don't want to get involved with any material thing because I can remember my past lives. Who I was, who I became, and who I am now. So I have to make sure I don't commit another mistake again. So you can go and come as many times depending on your life. See, some people don't even believe it. But trust me, as soon as you die, you will understand this so clearly. You will go and come back. So coming to the second question will be beside and said, they intina one kai. Say one kasano, one reincarnate but they intina one kai say what? A question I'm for all the time. It is not very easy to remember these things because at times it takes a very long time. For instance, Obikura or who you know, maybe you debate might take 50 years, 100 years, even 1,000 years, depending on baby I will call with deeds, So I call heaven. How long na could ye? So I call hell, how long na could ye? So coming back, ain't very easy. But ya brabo me ye back no cry. One more. You will no be a test see a woman. I will set the peer who named that. As a premonition. What to me, as soon as a minute, no baby. Oh, baby, I won't kite that. What you experience? Yes, I do answer my experience that. All these may take bits from your previous life. Most of the time, the dreams we have, these are dreams that are connected to things that happened in our previous life. Obi wa obaso de bia no no yo hene o yo sikani o sesika but in real life no ehi osi obi a e because obi so ebuka no mo dia konya. So why are you having those kind of dreams? So it could be that in your previous life you were a king. So it is not very easy to remember as we are speaking. And then 23rd September. Maybe I said just 3 weeks ago. Same time, what were you doing? And it's very easy for you to remember. And the fact that one kind of interest say, I'm happy. How many of us in this room, I say our first boyfriend, the third time we met in bed, that's it. How many of us? And the girlfriend, the one Jnana who can say, Uber no wakai. So for the first one can say BBC and just and see. Huh? That many of you will be able to remember. So I said 50 years ago, Obama was share the cane and now Obama was share the cane. That was share the toss of me and son. Uber crack why be the whole the one guy. But that doesn't say anything. So yeah, some of these things and they're very easy for us to remember. But it is possible. When you're making spiritual advancement, there are ways and means you'll be able to ascertain your past. In fact, it helps. It guides you. So basically, you must be so qualified that your past will not change your way of doing things. There are some things that happen in your past. If you happen to know them today, you might be a dangerous person. Because now, no, you don't even know. Yes, imagine say, Oba when it was a CA. If you have the eye to see, say Ayebiafo or Jnana it was a CA. In your past life, no, you were down for power, close friend, Bearman. And all that was when you go be a bank on some or the poison goom now, no in a week because no poison no manafa. Or the poison gooma will no in a wee and a pet, or me a year for crime, not that to feel or Australia or Australia. I don't want to show that. We're just a day in an so I was down from Tino in Banks Crow Sivu or for a chap or give you. So any panel of what bass I will get an editif, I didn't with you. One way out, or cannot have our parents out of So, if we have information about our past life, it will only help those who really understand life now. So, for instance, me, I know that in my previous that this is happy, we see. If I guide the mama acting properly, knowing very well so whatever I do today, there will be more repercussions tomorrow. So yeah, it's possible you can know your past life, but you first have to qualify yourself that your past does not change you to become a bad person. So yes, many times you can decide to come 1 million times. Go and come, go and come, go and come. So see, I Ghana pure water, 1 city, 2 cities. Over about 500 years, I never paid 20 billion. And one guy's about 20 years. So it is good for you to act properly. Say, see, yeah, maybe I make you a very decent person. We are very consecutive. You say normal big cocoa so then there so bad or bad bit me that some people are okay, momo, bear money bit my dad. Who be when Hano? But what the how? I say, then anybody my answer. Ungas will be no big enough until be or more for man or her. And I'm so a consecutive person to deep down your heart and say, why will people do this outside? Next 200-300 years coming, no. Oh, I would have be down. What to put my combine on my you money get no budget. But nature will maybe answer the wako. That time there's so no man. So you are an aircraft anymore, say more. Until there, Tiasi, ya my near merit. Nayan to 2 years no may ye. Say, by a quiet may be more. Trust me, there is no guarantee, say, you might be more. Will be able to act real like a human being. Because the world is, I'm telling you, the world is spoiling. Every now and then, things are becoming so bad. Not in terms of finances, but in terms of etiquette, morals, everything is diminishing. So please, I will advise you, make sure you don't come back again to this world. And how do you do that? You must try to be so stringent in what you do. Make sure you don't act anyhow. Try as much as possible, never become the source of suffering to anybody. Never allow yourself to be used as an instrument to punish anybody. Never allow yourself to be an instrument to cause pain to anyone. Do unto others what you expect them to do unto you. Be a nice person. In every relationship, if one of you will suffer, it shouldn't be the other person. Be ready to suffer so that people don't suffer because of you. Make sure you live a lifestyle. Woma ubi hu encheno. Se bibi si abrabo mu na se wo na abekọ so nko ade nka enye obi na ne ho na ni beje na omumu na opese suffer. live a lifestyle in the way you say, nature himself will see, say, yes, you are trying your best. I guess coming back again to this world, it is not going to be very easy. Because our world is becoming so messy. It's becoming so messy. And a very worse as time goes on. I'm telling you, it is going to be worse. If you say you will be no best say. Eh? See, one say to about pa. Bribi a chamuno. Na who say obi a walk school pa na so learned among for any dinechi. People respect education. You can be a professor, or be a teacher. Who do teacher called toilet to sooner who the purpose of the I remember those days in the villages. Who called toilet who teacher could be an open sign because we respected education. You can be a doctor, or be a buno. You can be a software, or be a buno. A buy a bedroom baby, no. Some for your mind would be not your busika. The also be was that's where everybody attention is. Now, so it's going to be on family. Name will be a way alive on social media. That's where the respect is now. Until now, Obi Timu you know who can create you or TikTok bar, no be celebrity. Obi to soka crack again. Talk again, be on the top again. Within 2 months, none of the dinner was social media. And you be being anybody team. But yes, our form in the Tosca can pen with me a famous or could be people want to go and take a picture with such a person. So what I'm saying is that our world is becoming messy. You don't have any idea. They say, who school out calling among your famous? Who was the among your famous? Who will be about social media now? You'll be one where dating with the within 2 minutes, then you pay you. The world is becoming so messy. Don't waste your time on many unnecessary things. You have the right to do all the beautiful things, make money, take care of your family. You can build a house, have cars, have all these things. But don't forget one thing. You have to live one day. And before that day, make sure you don't do things that would complicate your next destination. I was saying, I know reincarnation, how it is. I might not be able to tell you my personal experience with reincarnation. But member will be nada. Say unya wu anasta. No. Onipe we yamabo. Onipe we yamabo. Onipe we yamabo anasa. Mi wanasa. Mi wanasa. Mi wana. Obwa. Who anasa? Death is the beginning of another journey. You are deaf. Is the beginning of another great journey. So if you don't start well from here, trust me, you're going to suffer. Sikaye, awadeye, ahunyadeye, everything is good if you can gear this towards pleasing nature, pleasing people around you. But one way now to priority to trade, now focus only on amassing world without thinking about where you go next up. Will be regretted big time. Instead of making at the point of death, you will see it. Who take in here? Because say, wow, I'm happy I listened to this man. One taking here, because I my mistake actually. Next question. Because say why asking for? Okay, then Tina, Obi where say you find the party treat me, and then the more. See, the truth of the matter is, this our hair and our nails. They are considered to be dead and alive at the same time. It will be war. The first few days, the team echoes of food. The memory echoes of food. But there will be someone more watching, they will tell you. Yes? And good. About is very food, meaning power will be high, you didn't got too much in about the food, you begin up enough food. Because the hair and the nail is considered to be dead and alive at the same time. Until Obi now be for a man be and comedy the body in the maybe somehow body in intimate cause it for the bizarre. No one would see me and no more. Umbet media is a rich or not, compass of my body and anything. Will be where someone find a more and any 3 million. Anything will be a mystical person. The person is very careful with the hair, with the nail. So be your mother now with me. I did be a dependent person, you know, bit me. So be in your with me. Or be intimate at times. Me tea, the mammy pa. See, 10 me changing Barbara Salon for the one reason. At times I get disguise myself, go to places, so that I want to also have fun. At I will be any I want to go baby. We see I know be a person who better picture and I home to you. Me, I like a simple life. I want to have my life say at least be a life band people have it member and Hannah because I love those things. But to be a woman happen I go there, I won't go there again. To make a saloon, could you meet you back me and son? Now when I say, brass a minimum baby, I say, Yamia. Several times I say, oh, sir, me won't be what TV show, I say, me TV show. That is my last time I'm going you. You know why I'm doing this? See, so people so young. Yes, for me, I believe that I have enough spiritual protection. That I live like a human being because I'm a human being. So being here with you, being here on warrior, the person can do the undo to you no matter who you call yourself. And I am very careful. Because I know Madonna, they have terrible eyes. Just by touching it, they can destabilize your own destiny. One will say, people don't respect them. But we will actually 2-3 years old mobile. Ubeko mukrum yes ka focus o. Bisomo moko Nigeria they will tell you. Obubu keke ka bako no oko hajj. Come make a enchamba no iskeni. When people have access to those things, you don't respect it. They can change their own destiny with it. You have to be careful. The last thing here, say it and someone for Kasa. Yeah, it's true. There's a way you can talk to ghosts, or ghosts can talk to you. These are signs that has been in existence time immemorial. We have two kinds. We have the ghost trying to speak and then forcing himself or herself through somebody. And if it's someone common. So remember, this will be, excuse me, will be a film. Assembly that I come out. Normally, omo ye na year. Obe force no ho afa obi mu akasa. Eno ye nsamanko. E na ye won nsamanfre. Se obi ewu. Na mo pese mo te be free di ho na. Mako obi nchen se obetimi ni sa ni person se communicate. Na ye hu bibi esi. So ye tuning in na e wo ho. But I tell people say these things are not so important. Obi nya wu wi wo wi ye mani pa no rest. King. What does saying when you better first? When it we are, we want to see the why yes I. So these souls, they live here, and they might be on the other realms that Ayebiafo, they are attending to other things. But the mystical man have ways and means or conjure. The soul will be there. But what is being done here, not to say what done here, but the room. The soul will be forced to come and respond. The one way you are going back and it be difficult to the soul. So many people that have come to me that day, people 2 weeks in it, I want to know what happened. I say, hey, are you ready for the repercussions? And not repercussions they be better. But oh my man, papa, maybe after say my friend of you won't even come back again. So what is the use of knowing what happened? I said that be yeah, so leave. One I watch us and see and I say, oh, I did be out there. Because no free movie. Opa man that TV so no one can be behind when you call me when you say, hey, we are best yanko. So what is the use? So it is a science that I will hope. But I mean I don't recommend for people to be wasting that because when you're very careful, they very soon now offer because you want to find out they see you know. One here now when to me and go back if you're not by earthbound. I also see me another problem. Thank you very much. I'm grateful that you have time for me. God bless you. Wow. And Sister Mary Abanza, what's the name? What's the name? Abalanza, yes, because I have been receiving most of your calls. Okay, so she's from Brazil?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Okay, so Madam, I will leave the microphone for the organizers. Now, or maybe I will prefer to see a picture. I said that I am. And then I say, you're a very special professional photographer. I mean, is it a videographer, right? Yes, or a videographer and photographer. Oh, yeah, good. More than say, I mean, the video get to a bit to add me home much. On the year, oh, yeah, good with it. So, you have a picture together. You want to create something for the US platform. Then we go back to Ghana. All the platform they play in a beginning in a short video, very nice. It me and share for the other executives somewhere. Almost mission be free. Thank you very much.
Transformation. Transformation.
Yes.
I will say the kind of Jnana platform 51 members. Jnana and na ye de aseda kese ebi ni echiri e de ama ye papa Nana Ayebiafo Jnana Churches das Daddy yeda wase eja yeda wase my favorite part, no say, Daddy Baba Han must say, na me dana say. Ye mu bi no, ya munti ase. Na ye mu bi no so eti ase pa. Papa, waye bi. Mimi de mabrabo waye bi ama me. Ena minim so say many of you here no so really appreciate Daddy. Together no ye nyina no de besere ne se yekoye nkoto dwanim na ba bia yesom bia e wo bia bompa ya yenkoso mo bi ma papa na nyame fa ne tena ho no mo e ma yesa na sanki intimate sa nkwa e de ye nkwa any obi de change se wo longer than there and can be selfless na se me de ye wa chen Daddy dia kam de be ma no de atena se ahwe bi no ma no ma yera se me Yedanase, Yebakoso and so Adanase. The Atosu Bionso platform 51. Medamase Nyame Onshramon. Say, ye the idea to platform so, especially say a stressy bia. We been in a donation. Platform 51. Medamase. The biano, Muma Yenemu Guase. Mobua e supporti. Emma, yetimi a day. Ye 51 ye conkai. Ye best stress monkoso na monye ne saa ye toso biom ye be san pa mo chew say the information be to so ye best strem say ya muntie emayen na mutie na se mo ho asem na ma free executive no why am making it say up to say enra and afekra no bibi bisa say papa e ba ne ye ne say yana amumete nti esremu momoaye na se ye de asemba beto ho no mo a mo de montie obi ntie emi the platform no crowd to mute on maso sa till forecast time and san wabaso ye the information nyina eguso wi na san no ba bebisa thank God say ne no Daddy ene Pennyfo ede enema go akwamu a se forecast e ba be sisa e drew forecaster in fact yana e ha adwen enti yesremo ye pamochew say betimi akoyenim na yetimi ama transformation na ye transformation na sebe yen papa the time ne na daje na wonya ede dedicating the life dia maye no aye successful said you no wish no na e take me anymore to come together near to me I responsible me pamucho if it's too harsh of a word that before said that's the way I should go. We have to be very responsible. Said ye be ya ye beti me akon kan enti sa dia I say mum fie I say mum man ya sembia e madwuma ne ye din enti e pamucho from when I did to so say bia IDs aba obi fa ni sika won fa envelope umra na me mailing fa bremu no ana no obi test me say for best 2 years ni nsanka ne ID if not we should return his money anope ya o nti no chese esa na e ahomete ye pa mo chew mo aye ne yeso ye mo amo ye nyina ye mpem koye nim sense transformation die tena ho no mo afebo na papa kan ye no sabi ni wu echi kura no transformation will still be there. Yedamwasipa so semaba. Enti sesi ade adru no. Echina so yesa to aso, but echina enye teaching. Echina no straight na di ba ya na 1 or 2 bi a wo kasa wi ya straight na onemo interrupt 1-on-1. Enti pa mo chew ye be ka bu ni nyina ya ye dey. Pa ye be creative be ama papa atena na obi akohu papa. Ene ne nu nkomo bia menyi ni se do so ene because ye nani china ni tena ne no ye be ma mutai mu ne papa ne ba ya mu kasa mu to mu nya ne intent mu de ma ne nya snappy se binom e wo mu chi na ye nya no intentem na obi antimi ne papa interrupt e kom jiwa tie nya se bu bi na full cell corner because ni se binom e sugar e kom jiwa na so hia bibia ye sre wa executive enuti ne wo ho no mu ana mutua ye sikana yeje ye no ye papa onyi sika no de ehu yen eye for a high renting aduane aye bedie ene enema ekoso ntina e ma yeje registration fee no medam ase me pamucho ID cards nso no wa unsanka wodi ana se wo ha se a wo hia ID cards no me pamucho ena ya create wo no me aja yen sister yen Patricia eti echi to kwa obehwehwe na odi awamo ena if I'm sure you the welfare donation and I say you the brochure we say that you the aba to hono said the be welfare no be kon anim ne anya sika to welfare futu mu no ena sa ne ma we say nya ho ye nyina ye wo kromo especially winter is coming ye talk coffee cups any ade enti no any transformation t-shirt enti ye be stress say wo hia coffee cup a na ejanka mwako website ne odum na mwa oda oda bi said ye be ya ye benya skadia to welfare futu nim san say ye dawson sika ye gege no say yenya incident ne yenya bitina we should have a fund to savings ye bitimi dia support members na again no welfare sika ye je anase donation ye je no engu na ye bu afubotom egu ye dey support ye as a members no ehun ye dey ye enye papa ene ye gigi sika dey ama no we don't do that. One more thing me pa mo 51 for mesre mo say ye papa ye nya nkonko ye donation ye de baba abeto so but na ye hie mu aye ka ye ba aba be kriti abe ye bibi na ye nso si agibi na daddy chrome one no ye nso yakoye ye bean ene say pipe ne ade anti ye ka ne na china so ye be san ka che mo mbeba ye de bibi sa abeto so no pay attention na etimi eto sa na mo mamu mi di me pa mo chow one any me ati any person to sport me pa mo chow arena nkroma organizer eno mother Roma ne mo pai bada Roma say so do me you too for ere oyina atwe see ba pagi pa mo chow video akonya wo me hia you too for abrase he ba de the friend na amecha mpo ma ja utiwa betoso miensa na de enwa ne say eda ye pija papa no Monday wabo ameniema no awia tese mi Ghana ntimani agye koto agusu akodi mi papa echi sa weekend na ye frɛ sɛ ye ntimi hye dem na ye fa memra ai enaija ana meti bi anko bi ye de papa si juada ebnada na menso ye de bisi o menhia timi ne me papa ye be anniversary de bam choma worry ebinom so ne mikro anom last time e buy on na oya prince Jumain ai pa chomi run it one man Your friend Mr. Boache.
Transformations. Yo, Ayebiafo, Eda, Onyankopon ase, pempenso de adui. Se bibia ya so, ye na naso ase. Ye da ase wi ba se me kan. Se no. Baby adui ni se, ye ba me hwa group picture je nyina e be ba ha. Na ni pe ba de twase de da che be ka ase. Se da madam organizer kan ye no. Adua no wa kira bibia tumi hia bibia no akọ. The message ni se, ye hun ha sa no kasa ye mo obi a 5 minutes wona na ho a. O le hiri pe ye say. Aha, 5 minutes. Next week. Into wadaro ma akwa tofa ye hia no. Na mesrew ade ba akwa mesua o papa ehu a me de be kan say. Wo na ye first person bibia say ye call hospital kra na e ma address no 2 times a day. No 8 o'clock na no 9. Na no 11 na akọ no 12 a. E 2 times ba ye nya adwuma. 2 na agina so ntimpa acho ye kire wade a ye ne sa pepepe na de bo. Me da se. Ayebiafo mo ben na ye ntwa picture. Pacho mo tema me kaka executive first pacho. Na yi na ya ba pacho. I know one man can buy pressing Jnana. Kevin, what? Kevin. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Let's go on. All of us.
Yo, take that is not
can't adjust.
1, 2, 3. Transformation. Thank
Profile picture.
What is it?
Next year, they say, Chairman, investor, you better try to win in India. So we are able to say, you Hey.
Hotel for one back. Oh, okay.
Bombandire acela una paura cao.